Greetings and welcome to Storytime with Angel. Today we are going to read chapter 20 in our Shamanic Leadership book, and it is called Service Through Leadership, Leading from the Heart as Your New Way of Life by me. As you step into service through leadership and choose to take on the responsibility of holding people's mental health in your hands, you need to understand the immense grounding and responsibility it takes when doing this kind of work. You can only teach and hold to the level you're willing to teach and hold yourself. The following excerpt is from a student who was on the front line in the trenches and advocating for children's lives. The gratitude I have for these warriors of light, true authentic healers, and champions of humanity is immense. This one has a special place in my heart, and I am honored to have been a part of their ascension process. I know we are asked, hang on, let me back up. So this is where she starts talking. I know we were asked if I had done the I see you exercise to say what we saw in the other person. Where I struggled was when I saw some things that I did not want to say. I know nothing is good or bad, just the opposite, but we still label things that way. When I looked at some people, I saw their heart, their wisdom, their warrior, their fire, but in others, I saw their longing for perfectionism, their immense guilt, huge pain, etc. And I was not comfortable speaking truthfully what I saw or felt. I only wanted to see and say the good things and was not sure how to say the harder ones, the darker ones, so I chose to say nothing at all. What also struck out was what you said, that when you see something in another, it is also a reflection of yourself. And that stuck with me, which leads to today. I received an email from a mother who watched one of my presentations, and this was a piece of it. I too went into postpartum psychosis after the birth of my second child. Unfortunately, my story ends in tragedy as I killed my youngest son for 4 months after he was born. I thought my children were going to be kidnapped, raped, and tortured by an ex-boyfriend, and that this would continue for the rest of their lives. And I'm now trying to put my life back together. And so I desperately want to make up for that, what I did when I was sick. I bawled, first because of the incredible pain and heartbreak I feel. But the second piece is because of the idea that we see in others is a reflection of ourselves. The idea of separateness is simply an illusion of the ego, and we're not separate at all. It is easy to say, I see you, or namaste in a yoga class or a room full of like-minded people. Easier to see the similarity when we see the good, the light, and the nice. Where it is hard is when you see the dark, the bad, the ugly, and the hurt in others, and must acknowledge and accept those pieces within yourself and not play into the illusion of being separate. I would like to believe that I'm above killing my own son. I would like to think she's a psycho, and I was never crazy enough to do anything as horrific. But the truth is, I may have. My delusions were so incredibly real, I do not know that I would have not hurt or killed him. That is incredibly hard to sit with and uncover. To think that I may have done something to my own baby, to know that I'm not above that. The only real difference I see between her and me is circumstance and privilege. I had a family doctor who recognized my symptoms. My professional team knew me personally, and I had incredible desire to support me in any way possible. And I had access to the best workers in the country to help pull me through, but she did not. The difference is we simply have different lessons and journeys. And this leads to one of my deepest fears. I know we can only push others as deep as we are willing to go as leaders. But I find the deeper I go and the more I realize we are not separate, the harder it is to work to truthfully accept myself and others, especially in those places that are difficult, if not completely disturbing. The ones that are heartbreaking and gut wrenching to get to and feel almost impossible to sit with, the places driven by fear, chaos, and deep pain. The places are people I would so desperately want to pretend I was separate from and keep up the illusion, as sometimes the illusion is easier to take on than the truth. And parts of me wants to just stay in the illusion, but I also believe in the polarity of the world. To fully understand ourselves, we must explore the entirety of our own being. To fully understand the infinite power of our own light, we must be brave enough to explore every crevice of our own darkness. But to be honest, I'm afraid of the dark. And that's the end of her piece. Understand, this is the depths that I swim and train at. Gathering this constellation of authors and anchoring our mission into build warriors of light as healers of this new world, we're stepping into where leading by the heart is our way of life. The authors I have gathered to write in this book have been vetted and are considered safe containers to do your work in. I only recommend healers I will go to myself. And here I am introducing you to my care team. There are many dabblers out there causing harm in our communities. I love that humans are waking up and starting to experiment. However, my mental health requires more than a recreation healer. We provide for you what we expect to be provided for us. If you choose us as your mirrors, we will expect you to meet us at the depths of your own soul. The authors in this book met us and continue to meet us at that mysterious place that few choose to travel. We encourage you to do your homework on who you choose to work with, and we encourage you to start with authors in this book. These unique rays of light, the different languages, and the different tools all come from the same source place. Ultimately, everything you need to achieve the level of consciousness you desire is already inside of you. You are the answer to your own question. Do not look for others for answers. Teachers and guides are there to assist you in remembering what you already know in your body and soul. Look to those teachers who offer to help you find your own truth, and not those who attempt to convince you of their truth. The ego will believe it is right, and everything else must be wrong. Do not fall prey to this lie. Each ray of light has its own unique perspective. We're all beings of infinite potential and unimaginable power. No one is above or below another. We are simply at different places on our journey to unlearn and remember our true selves. The real work in this lifetime is to remember that you are love and connected to all of life. This connection brings with it all the knowing you seek and infinitely more. You must unlearn the misinformation that has been given to you, which has created this false sense of separation and limitation. It's only then that you can remember and reconnect with your true essence, your spirit. You are perfect because you exist. All that exists is creation of Source, the universe, God, or whatever word you choose to represent this life force. All of creation is a beautiful expression of the perfection of life. Your perfection is not dependent on your current situation or circumstances. Life is love. Love is light, and light is all around and inside you. Each one of us is a unique ray of light emanating from the same source of creation. When you remember that you are light, you regain the ability to shine this light on everything in your world. This is the power of co-creation with life itself. May you too follow your own unique ray of light and choose to shine bright for all of the world to see. You can only teach and hold to the level you are willing to teach and hold yourself. And that is our chapter for today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.